So we've got our Action 3 set up the same again, and that is on my kitchen counter. And I've got the tape measure set out, and you can see it's roughly in line with about 10 centimeters again. So I've got one, which is the box at 50 centimeters, a bottle of squash at 1 meter, and then at 1.5 meters, I've got 2 bowled washing liquid bottles. One is facing forwards and one is facing backwards. And then we can see, or not, how well this is focusing. And to give you an idea, obviously this auto focuses and is trying to auto focus. So there we go. Let's just move this one out fractionally. There we are. Okay. So I'm just using the standard settings for the photograph. And let's give it a 2-second timer. Ensure it's as steady as possible. One more for good luck. There we go. I never realised that was there, so that's level there. I don't know quite how level it is. So this is looking down my garden, and you'll have to excuse the mess of it because it's pretty much still in winter. Oh, we've got a nice big giant molehill down the bottom there. So when I first did my initial test the other day, I have got the sun up here and over there, but at the top of all these trees, I could see colour fringing all around all the branches, even on this new one that's come. So again, 4K 30, rock steady, off completely, and I'm just recording on a tripod, so it's nice and stable. And we'll see how sharp it looks. Obviously there's a bit of movement in the trees next to each other. You can see, let's give it the same sort of field of view as best I can, how this camera handles that. This one has definitely got better dynamic range, but we're not testing dynamic range, and we'll see. We'll compare the two, but we should be able to see detail in the bird feeders over here, and the trees and the leaves, and even out here to the edge to these leaves, and then up to the branches. If we look through this camera, we can see the branches and the detail. So we'll have a look. Now let's take a still, stop that recording, switch over to stills. 2-second timer should still be on. 1, 2, still. And one more for good luck. 1, 2, still. All right, let's have a look at how that's turned out. Well, I've just been through that, and I feel it actually looks worse. I mean, when you look at that still, the last still at the end, I do go into 300%, but even the difference between the video quality from the Osmo Pocket, which is the original one released back in 2018, and I understand we're not comparing apples for apples with an autofocus system against a fixed focus system, but I effectively focused to infinity with the Osmo Pocket when I focused up at those trees up at the top. So you can see the focal plane from the branches to the right hand side, and how clear and distinct you get in all those branches. Even though they're intermingled, it's the same light conditions. This DJI Action 3 has got better dynamic range, and you can see that clearly. But in terms of the focus, the just mud wash that is that image, when you get to the back, you get to the detail, you can see the slight colour fringing on the back trees against the back light. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They just sent me a replacement. They didn't try and repair it. But you can see for yourself that image quality is not good. I think a lot of people, because the big stuff that's right in front of you looks all right, a lot of people are saying theirs are all right. but I've seen images out there from them, and when you start to look at detail, and you do look at detail, of course you do. It's a 4K camera released in 2022, at the end of 2022. So that makes the Osmo 4 years. The Osmo Pocket that I'm using 4 years older. So 4 years older tech, although probably 5 by the time you work out production and development, because the Osmo Pocket was the first in the line. The Action 3 is a 3rd generation. So you should be expecting more. And even from a fixed focal lens, I mean, I can take my cameras, even this, you can take it to a fixed focal length, and you will get a much clearer image from it. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to write back. I got a phone call yesterday. We were just having some lunch from DJI, from a chap called Joe from the Netherlands, and he had a quick chat. And I'm going to send the link to this video across to him now and let him review, but you can clearly see how poor the image quality is. And unfortunately, I expect much better. And when you look at the likes of the GoPro, how clear their image quality is. And I've never had a GoPro, I've never owned one, but I can see from the stuff that's out there on the internet, you can see that it's better. It's better. My Pocket 1 from 4 years ago is better. My phone from 4 years ago, an old Samsung, I'm not really bothered by phones, but my phone that doesn't film in 4K, but I've got an app that forces it to film in 4K, is better than that Action 3. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think below, and I will keep you all updated on the saga that is the Osmo Action 3. Thanks guys, take care, see you next time. Bye for now.